A strong elite men's field lined up in Edmonton, Canada for the penultimate race of this year's ITU World Triathlon Series. In chilly conditions, the race over the sprint distance started with a 750-metre wetsuit swim in Howalac Park Lake. And no surprise that it didn't take Slovakia's Richard Varga long to build up a big lead over the rest of the field. Varga exited the water first, but soon had company in T1 as Johnny Brownlee, one of his training partners, and Aaron Royal followed him in. Brownlee, the Olympic Games silver medalist, was at his aggressive best as the three set up to extend their lead on the 20-kilometre bike. The trio tried to increase their advantage over those behind them, including series leader Mario Mola and the ever-dangerous Richard Murray. Mola had come out of the water some 40 seconds down and was at the head of the second chase group, but they soon had the main chase pack in their sights. Mola's hard work ensured the two groups came together on the final lap as they continued to make inroads into the leader's advantage before the 3-lap 5-kilometre run. By the time the leaders hit T2, they only had a 6-second lead over the rest of the athletes, and it would all come down to the run. Brownlee took advantage of a slow transition by Mola to head out first, and as he did in Rio, hit a relentless pace from the off. This time there was no brother Alistair to go with him, so the Brit had to show great self-motivation, mindful of the explosive run splits posted by Mola and Murray in previous races. The lead, it appeared, was extending with every stride, as Brownlee went in search of a win that would narrow the gap at the top of the overall standings. Mola was going flat out to try and catch Brownlee, and training partner Murray soon joined him, but the deficit was 18 seconds as they hit the last lap, and it was a deficit that only increased slightly as Brownlee hit the finishing chute with a big enough lead over his nearest challengers. The runner-up in Rio made it back to the top of a WTS podium for the first time in more than a year. Mola managed to hold off the attentions of training partner Murray to come in second, and the South African, who'd been struggling with illness before the race, had to settle for third. Brownlee won to narrow the gap between him and Mola at the top of the Columbia Threadneedle standings to 235 points. The grand final in Cozumel, Mexico, will determine the destination of the series winner. The three enjoyed the adulation on the podium on what had been another great race day.
Yeah, we did the hard way, had a very good swim, swam it up, Varga swam a bit too quick, and then the bike was working really well, but every time I turned behind there's either a motorbike in front of that group dragging them around, or a British guy, and I was like, come on lads, make it at least try and help us out a bit here. We worked really hard, and like I say, the group behind definitely got dragged around, and then they closed us really well, which I didn't think they were going to do because we were riding hard.
Yeah, unfortunately my swim wasn't very good today. I had a bit of a fight there, but well, tried to survive, exited the water and saw where I was. Thought it's gonna be a tough one, but we got to work. We did, so I'm pleased with that, happy with that. We got to the main group. And then I found the energy to become second today. Rich was very strong and amazing having Johnny in front. I thought maybe they're working now and we're pretty close, so we'll see if he suffers on the run, but he did and they're impressive, so congrats to him.
A couple of good things to walk away with. I think I had my quickest swim of my career, which was nice. I think I was about 5th or 4th out transition. So yeah, I think things went pretty well, and I just thought, don't come 4th again today while I was running, because I saw Grant Sheldon was running with us really quickly. So yeah, it made sure we had to just try and get away from him on the last lap.